All right, it looks like we're live. We're here for another day of Advent of Code. And if you're watching on YouTube, it looks like you'll skip ahead to what minute? Oh, you can just see the timestamp you have to skip ahead to right here. So somewhere around minute 10. We'll actually get started, but until then, I'm gonna do a little bit of intro. Right now it is, well, for me it's December 2nd, but it's about to be December 3rd for Advent of Code. So we'll be doing day 3 today. And if you don't know what Advent of Code is, it's a sort of advent calendar of code puzzles. They come out with one per day over the first 25 days of Christmas, of Christmas, of the holidays. We can be culture agnostic, I guess. But the idea behind an advent calendar is presumably based on Christmas. I don't actually know. But yeah, and so like each day they come out with 2 parts of a puzzle. So like this was yesterday's, where we basically had to compute a little, or not compute, we had to build an interpreter for this mini programming language, and then spit out some number based on the mini programming language. Don't know what today's puzzle will be, but could be literally anything. One thing that I'm gonna do didn't really get set up yet for the stream, so let me copy my template around so that we can just jump right into the programming. Let's see. We'll copy day 0, which is my template, to day 3. And that's stat day 0. Right, day 0 to 3. And part 1.py. So eventually we'll start working on part 1 of the problem. I basically set up all of my Advent of Code parts in the same way. So I basically build this one file, which you can run it in 2 different ways. Oh, nice. I'll just show you with day 2, for instance. So if you run it with PyTest, it will run the test suite for that day. Usually I just copy and paste the example problems into the test suite, and then that lets me debug a minimal implementation, and then when I'm ready to try it against the full data set, you can run them. So PyTest day 02 part 1 to test it, and Python 3 day 02 part 1, and then you pass in the input file. And that will run the puzzle for that day. So like this was my output for day 2. This doesn't actually spoil anything for anyone though, because each person has a unique or somewhat unique output. So like my answer won't help anyone else. My code potentially helps someone else, but not my answer. Hey, what's up, Schmedium? Welcome back. That's a nice little emote. But yeah, so we'll be doing day 3 today, and the timer's ticking down until it comes out. We didn't get any points on the first 2 days because we were not fast enough. I was pretty close to getting points. I don't expect to actually get points, but I think I got some points last year. Let's see, 2018, did I get points? Nope, I never got points. My closest day to getting points was day 21. I remember this being like a pretty easy one. Yeah, I solved it in 35 minutes, so like that was not so bad. Hey, what's up, Michaela? How's it going? Yeah, some of these, I mean, even this one I did in 40 minutes, and I was top 1,000, which was something. I could have sworn I got points last year, but I guess not. Well, I don't expect to get points this year, so that's all good. Medium says, I ended up setting up PyTest Watch, the directory, and just used my tests as drivers while working. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, PyTest Watch is kind of a nifty plugin. I assume what it does is it uses stat or what is it called? iNotify or FSWatch to just kind of watch. PyTest Watch. Oh. Could you imagine if I TTS'd this and it was just like, passed, failed, failed? That would be pretty wild. This scares me a little bit that it's just showing out though, but I mean, it's a little bit yikes, but yeah, whatever. I guess you're at least typing it in there. Michaela says, being fat, noms Danish. Food sounds good. Food sounds real good. Hey, what's up, Biz Identical? Yes, the Python. I think I'm gonna make merch out of the Python emote, but I probably need to get it at a higher definition because the largest size that I have right now is, where's that? Miscellaneous assets. This is the biggest version I have of it right now. Oh, that's my logo on the dumpster fire. So presumably, like, I think what I would do is like make an SVG of this and then blow it up to the size big enough to make a t-shirt out of it, but I don't know. I would have to do that. It might be fun. I have not really worked with SVG in a while, so music's hear it. And then watch, it's gonna be like hilariously loud after it drops. Hopefully that's not too loud. Anyway, but yeah, I plan to make some merch out of that because I think it's kind of makes sense for this. Be fun. Hey, what's up, Mindful Fox? How's it going, friend? Michaela says, well, you're allowed to eat too, you know? Yeah, but an eating stream is just kind of like, you know? Medium says, I just use the -- runner arc and give whatever directory I'm on. I don't think I've used the TTS feature. Yeah, that'd be wild. I do actually have a little thing that does this kind of. I remember how it works. Scratch. I think it's in Bash. Nope. In Python? I notify exec. How does this thing work? File name -- command. So I could use inotify exec part 1.py and then pytest part 1.py. Oh, and I can use substitution too. Couldn't launch part 2.py. No such file or directory. But yeah, in theory I could do this. So that kind of works the same way. I have this little helper script that I wrote a while ago. I'm sure we still have time. I can show you this. It's just inotify. It's not that interesting. Also, I don't think it does any debouncing or anything. It's not clever at all. Inotify exec. Yeah, literally just runs inotify wait and then runs xr. Standard in equals inotify.standard out. Oh. That's clever. Past me was a little bit too clever. But what this does is it prints out the file name every time it does something, and then this takes file names on standard in and splats them into this command. So that's how this works. The problem is if you write a bunch of times, it will just keep running it. Well, it runs so quickly it doesn't matter. But I would snag that t-shirt up in a heartbeat. Yeah, that's the thing. I think everyone would like this t-shirt. I just need to make it happen. Is it anyone that says, I'm in school and lessons are going to start in 20 minutes. I just came here to say hello, so see ya. Well, thanks for stopping by. Good luck in your school lessons. Michaela says, just say enhance while you zoom in and it'll look perfect. Yeah, I'm sure that works. Now the music's too loud. Damn, what is going on? Of course. Fox says, what's on the menu tonight? More Advent of Code. We're doing day 3. But someone will need to suggest to me a programming language. We'll probably, because I'm going to do it originally in Python, and then we'll do it in something else. Haskell, man. You're just going for like the most masochistic. I mean, I did C last time. I've actually never written Haskell, so maybe it would be fun to try it. Drifton is suggesting D. JL says go. Math and Surf says Rust. Those are all languages I want to do at least once. I want to do Nim at some point. Michaela says COBOL. Oof. That would be something else. Maybe I'll do like Fortran. We did C. But anyway, we're ready to get started. Let me grab my input. Come on, input. Ooh, that looks not good. We're gonna have a fun time with this one. This one might actually be a tricky puzzle for once. Is it really on 2 lines? Why is it on 2 lines? Oh, right, here we go. Crossed wires. The gravity assist was successful and you're well on your way back to the Venus refueling station. During the rush back on Earth, the fuel management system wasn't completely installed, so that's next on the priority list. Opening the front panel reveals a jumble of wires. Specifically, 2 wires are connected to a central port and extend outward on a grid. You trace the path each wire takes as it leaves central port, 1 wire per line of text. Okay, so we have 2 lines, 2 wires, 2 lines of text. Got it. The wires twist and turn, but the 2 wires occasionally cross paths. To fix the circuit, you need to find the intersection point closest to the central port. Because the wires are on a grid, use Manhattan distance, which I believe is just block distance. For this measurement, while the wires do technically cross right at the central port where they both start, this port does not count, nor does a wire count as crossing with itself. Okay. For example, if the first wire's path is right 8, up 5, left 5, down 3, then starting from the central port it goes right up, right 8, up 5, left 5, and then finally down 3. Okay, cool. And if the second wire's path is blah 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 blah, it does that. Okay, the wires cross at 2 locations marked X, but the lower left one is closer to the central port. Its distance is that. What is the Manhattan distance from the central port to the closest intersection? Okay, we will take some of these examples and then we will implement them. How large are these numbers? Didn't even look. Very large. Okay, so my first idea is probably not going to work. So input 1 is going to end up being 159. Now the music is quiet? I don't know. No, it's fine. It's peaking at the right number, so that's good. And input 2 is going to be 135. This one's tricky for day 3. This is ramping up in difficulty pretty quickly. Usually it's a few more gimmies before we get into what did it say it was? 135? Okay, so my like really dumb idea on how to solve this is to just plot these out in like a grid. The unfortunate thing is, like, since these numbers are so large, it's gonna end up being like a really, really big grid. The smarter way to do this would be intersection in some way. But I'm just gonna try the brute force solution first. I assume it's gonna be fast enough at least to do part 1, but maybe not for part 2. We'll go from there. Speedrun time, go, go, go. This looks hard already. Yeah. Okay, so wire 1, wire 2 equals s dot strip dot split lines. Okay, so basically I think I can just plot the original one and then I can just run the second one, I think is what I'll do. And we want a list of intersections. I'm gonna use a sparse mapping type for the grid. Oh, it's gonna suck to draw though. Let's see, grid equals collections dot default dicts really just a map of bits because we're only plotting one of them. Okay, for part in wire1.split on commas, direction equals, let's see, direction and magnitude equals part 0, and then into part 1 colon. Let's see. Can you add tuples? No, not in the way that I want to. Okay. So I'm gonna make a little tuple adding function, which is not gonna be too tricky. Let's see, tup1 0 plus tup2 0, comma tup1 1 tup2 1, and then we'll have a mapping of directions. R will be, I guess it doesn't matter which one I use as right and left, just as long as I'm consistent. U will be 0 1, and D will be 0 -1. I guess at least I did X and Y, so that'll be fine. For in range. Hey, what's up, SemaJWF? Thank you for the follow and welcome to the stream. Just trying to slow me down. I see what it is. No, it's fine. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, of course. Position equals. Hey, what's up, Math and Surf? 0 0. This is where we'll start. And where we start doesn't count. I remember reading that. Let's see. Position equals tup add. Position and direction tup. And what we'll do is grid position equals true. Okay, so that should plot out the first wire, and then we need to do the same thing for the second wire, but whenever we intersect with the first wire, we need to add it to our intersections, and then at the end we'll minimize the distance. We're part in wire 2.split. Same thing. If position, oh, we also need to reset position. If position in grid, oh, we don't need a default dict. We do not need it at all. In fact, we don't want one. This will be dict mapping tuple int to boolean. Actually, it's just a set, right? Yeah. Just do containment. We don't actually need to set it to true. But we have too many things there. And we want to do grid.add, not that. If position in grid intersection dot append, and it's just Manhattan distance, so it's really just the sum of the position. Which is just a shortcut to add both the points together. And then we return the min of intersections. And this should have ran the tests, maybe. Okay, we're getting 1 and 1 for both of them, so that's clearly not working. Let's debug then. Alright. we'll just look at the first one. Okay, so our grid is empty. Hey, what's up, Xandroid? How's it going? I heard if you can solve this one, Google will hire you. Now we pray. What was your first idea that you think won't work? This is the one that I think won't work. I think this idea doesn't scale. Alright, R75. Was it minimum distance or maximum distance? We want minimum distance. Wait. But the lower left one is closer to the central port. Lower left. Oh, this one. Okay. It's just like very confused by this drawing. We should make 75 iterations of moving to the right. So this should be 1, 0 now? Oh, well, there's our problem. That's why it's fucked. My little helper function is fucked. Okay, we have the wrong answer now, but at least we have an answer that doesn't look terrible. And they're both wrong in slightly different... Wait, why did it... One of them is right, but the other one is wrong? Shit, which one's right? The second one is right. I have a 50-50 of getting it right? Yeah, it's advent of codes, Android. Yeah, how did I get one right but not the other? That's the real question. Unless one of these directions is wrong? No, they look fine. That sounds worse than getting both of them wrong. Yeah, I kind of wish I would have gotten both of them wrong. Okay, but this is the one that is wrong. I guess I could try and draw these. Is that gonna fit on my screen? Probably. Ugh. For Y in range? Yeah. Let's see. If YX in grids, print X. I could also just try it and see if this works. Let's just try it, see if it works. There's no way it's going to, but it's kind of free to use a submission, so... Oh. Oh. That's why. Or probably why. I was adding negatives. Oh, it's not sum. It's sum of abs. This is why I wish I had... There's a keyboard shortcut for that. No matching bracket. Okay. Sick! Okay, it was because I wasn't doing absolute value. Alright, my brute force solution takes a long time, but does it give the right answer? 274? Damn, I thought I would have done better than that. Turns out that the circuit is very timing sensitive. You actually need to minimize the signal delay. To do this, calculate the number of steps each wire takes to reach each intersection. Choose the intersection where the sum of both wire steps is the lowest. Oh boy. Okay, that's not so bad. I just changed my algorithm to, instead of storing a bit, which is what my set is doing, actually, we'll run this 5 times and get our readme with my super inefficient solution. Let's see, 232 is my best one. Some of these say Python 3, some of them do not. I should probably fix that at some point. Okay, so this is not a great solution, but it does work. But that's fine. Oh, these are also wrong too. I'm wasting time fixing up my readme. Day 3, part 1. What was the other thing? Imports and white space. It took the first person 2 minutes and 38 seconds to get the first turn. Yeah, I think they're better at this than I am. Alright, let's do part 2. Part 2 shouldn't actually be that bad. But instead of this set, we're gonna have a dictionary that stores integers. And a wire can cross over on itself, but we don't want to. We want to store the minimum value. And what is it? The sum of both? Is that what we want as the answer? What is the fewest combined steps? Combined steps. Okay, well. Okay, grid position equals I. This is 1 step. We want to increment before we assign. And then grid position equals min. Oh, we do want a default dict here. Dict. Default dict, yeah. So we're going to default it to max size and use min here. Grid position. Position I. So if it ever crosses over the same point, we want to keep the original number of steps it took to get to that point. Don't really care about after that. Okay, if position in grid. I forget how default dict works. Okay, containment is still false. Perfect. Intersections dot add grid position plus I. Okay, and the answers for input 1, 610 and 410. Test part 2. Boom! 226. That's not so bad. Hey, what's up, Xandroid? Thank you for the follow and welcome to the stream. And what's up, SDKCL? Thank you as well for the follow and welcome to the stream. That's not so bad. Top 200-ish. I probably could have done better, but whatever, it's fine. My pollution. My solution kind of sucks, but that's fine. Let's see. I feel like they must have known about some module that does this already or something. Maybe, or they were reused something before. It's possible. The readme slowed you down. Yeah, that cost me all the points. They even golfed AOC? Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, I remember this guy. He worked on it last year. Let's see how long it takes before I burn out this time. True. What is this language? What the fuck? And his own personal golfing language. Groan. Groan. Crazy296 says, geez, Anthony, are you aiming for the most complicated code? This is pretty straightforward. It's 2 loops that, I mean, I could have like turned this into a function probably. Like realistically, this is one function that has this as a callback. These are the only lines that change between the two. Oh, I could have. Well, we can make this code look less crap, I guess. It won't be any faster, but it'll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why is this slower than before? The algorithm is the same efficiency. Huh, but it's like 3 times slower. I can't really explain that. Doesn't really make sense to me. See, the problem with the advent of code though is on day 3 I can get away with a like brute force crappy solution. On day like 19, you really can't. I guess it's not 3 times slower. It's like 1.5 times as slower. Z3 when? Yeah, that's when I really don't know how to solve things. Then we pull out the Z3. Hey, what's up, Ethan? But yeah, and the typing slowed me down. That's really what it was. MyPy slowed me down, Ethan. Why can't I just write perfect code without MyPy? Day 3, part 2. I'm being facetious. MyPy saves me so much time all the time. What are we mad about? Set imported but not used. Dict is not imported. Right. Because we switched from a set to a dict. Fight me! Yeah, no, I love MyPy. It is good. It even noticed me. Notice me, MyPy? Michaela says, I feel like Anthony imports you every time. Ethan's handle is Ethan typing. Alright, what language are we doing next? Actually, let's make the code less crap. Let's at least make this code slightly more production worthy. Trace line or trace wire, and we'll have wire as a stir and callback, which will just be a callable that takes no arguments and returns no value. Purely side effects. So essentially this. Oh, actually, it needs to take an argument. It needs to take tuple instant. 80 characters. Dope. So we need to initialize position, and then we call back with position. So we would do trace wire, wire 1, and lambda position, grid.add position. Look at this functional programming me. What is this nonsense? Trace wire, wire 2, lambda position. We should actually write functions for these. Alright, now I'd have to type these anyways, so it's better that I do it this way anyway. Grid.add position. Select distance. See, much nicer. Look at this production-worthy code now. Oh no. How about Fortran? I got to write some over the summer. I don't think I've ever written Fortran. Yeah, no, I love my pie. It is good. It even noticed me. Notice me, my pie? Yeah. Does Fortran have nice data types, or am I gonna be sad in Fortran? Like, do I have a mapping type? Do I have a list type? Probably not. It's from the C era. It has complex numbers and arrays. Not convincing me that Fortran's what I want to do today. Okay. So we rewrote part 1 in terms of this. Let's rewrite part 2 in terms of this. Alright, I guess we should pi test it. Wire 1 is not... Alright, because it's just called wire. Okay, let's do the same for part 2. I think maybe I want to do a high-level language this time. Trace wire. Hey, what's up? Autocorrect. Autocorrect spelled wrong. Thank you for the follow and welcome to the stream. What is this one? Oh, we have to do some trickier stuff here. Record minimum position. Not what I want. Kind of forcing it into this box here, but that's fine. Non-local I plus equals 1. Grid position equals min grid position I. This feels super functiony. But that's fine. Okay, so we have record minimum position, and then we have record intersection. What was it? Actions? Sure. Position in grid intersections dot append. Alright, got rid of the ugly loops, guys. Made the same mistake last time. Oh wait, I thought I was using Python 3. Oh, I don't have the... I copy and pasted the buggy implementation too? Alright, cool. That looks good. There are no data types in formulas. Now do this with object-oriented programming. What is the anti... what is it called? I should know. This was the anti-if campaign. Yeah, this is an old meme, Mindful Fox. Old meme. I fucking love this website though. It's so dumb. Yeah, don't use if statements, guys, because this is bad code because it has if statements. What the fuck is this? Oh. You can now pay 275 euros to learn how to not write if statements. Here's a little story about a developer working in a software company who is building up a nice platform. One day, the boss calls the developer on the phone and says, "There's a new task I need you to do for a really important client, and it must be done by the end of the day. All that's needed," the boss continues, "is to..." Why would you break the sentence in the middle of the sentence? Like, cool. "All that's needed is to add a small piece of functionality to that class method you've been working on. It shouldn't be too complex." The days go by, and that small class, edit by edit, grows into a small code monster. The more you feed it with ifs, the bigger it grows. Do you think that's just a fairy tale? Well, it's not. God damn it. And what follows is a single class method taken from real code that is live on a server somewhere on the internet right now. And this is just a baby monster. The more you feed it, the bigger it grows. And this is bullshit. There's no way someone would fucking write code like this. Like, this is just complete nonsense. Or at least not in any company where there's code review or any amount of, like, reasonable things going on. It's fine. The code monster. They've actually changed this website since last time we looked at this. There wasn't this, like, lore before. It was just like, oh, look at how bad this code is. Pay for my class. Look at all these people that are like, yeah, you're the best person ever. You can put this on your website. I should put this in the fucking Twitch description. Right, Guide VP? This shit's nuts. We should attend his course for the memes. Oh man. I don't know if I'm willing to pay that much money to, like, shit on this guy. Thanks, Anthony. I didn't need to sleep tonight. It's not nonsense, it's Spanish. I don't even think it's Spanish, I think it's Italian. Forzata. I don't think they use Zeds all that often. And I'm pretty sure it's Italian. I think the dude's Italian. Forced question from Italian to English. But also, like, I can't believe they changed this website since the last time. The last time it was less silly, I guess, but still the same, like, bullshit. Shmedium Hardboy says, I got hung up on part 1 because the first example they gave I got a different answer for, but the second example and primer ones I got the same answer on. Oh yeah. I had the same problem. If you actually watch mine back, I forgot to absolute value some stuff, and so it was off by like 13 or something. Alpha Gains, welcome back, friends. It says, do it! Just do it! The backstory makes everything better. Yeah. But, oh, I should have read it with my hands, given he's Italian. I'm Italian too, it's not racist. Alright, slightly productionized day 3. Alright, what language are we doing? Do the boss voice again, Anthony. I don't even remember what voice I did for it. Was it the like... That's the right answer. You are 1 gold star closer to red. No, that's not the boss voice. I don't remember what the boss voice was. Maybe I'll have to read it. Still vote for Haskell. I gotta read it again. That'll get me in the mood. There's a task I need you to do for a really important client, and it must be done by the end of the day. There you go. You can have the boss voice again. Hopefully that's lewd enough for you. He did it. Oh, I should have done an Italian voice. Need you to add me some if statements. Make it happen or you will sleep with the fishes. God damn it. Alright, let's try and get Haskell working. I'm gonna learn me a Haskell, right? How bad is Haskell? I have never worked in a functional programming language before, so this might be not something I can do. Especially because you have to read from input. Original suggestion taught me. Mel, if you can find some language that's not just completely wild and not functional. Yeah, I can't do that. There's no way. Already recommended Pika Lang, but I didn't see it. Is this a Pokemon language? Pika Lang programming language. Is it just a bunch of Pikas? Pika Pika? Pika Pee. I said pee. It's basically brainfuck, but for... Oh, yeah. It is identical to brainfuck. Perfect. Schmedium says, depends. Do you know what a modat is? I know that it's a meme. It's a... What is it? Primary functor in the class... No. Something in the class of endofunctors? It shows how much I know. But no, I think I'm gonna pass on functional programming. Monads are like burritos. True. True. Oh, did you just resub, Ethan? No, that was always there. Okay. Just didn't notice the icon. Oh, I got Twitch Prime, so now I have 3 icons. Look at how fancy I am. Schmedium is fun to say. Yes, it is. They were like onions. Oh no. F's in the chat. I typed A and then everyone else decided to join in. Hey, what's up, Schmedium? Thank you for the Prime sub. It's greatly appreciated. And Wheeziest, thank you for the follow. You guys gonna make it all the way to Z? Or Z? Gotta pretend to be not Canadian. I plus. I prefer plus equals 1. Gosh. But yes, let's pick a programming language that's not functional. That I'm gonna be bad at. Should I do it in PHP? I kind of want to get PHP out of the way, you know? Basic. I could do it in basic. Are there data type? Which basic? Let's see. Basic for Linux. KBasic? KBasic is a powerful programming language. Compile to a C++ binary. I don't actually care. Supports VB.NET syntax. Oh. Can I just like install it? I want a command line tool. I want to save Rust for a day that's more complicated, because I think I want to actually learn something while porting. Hey, what's up, Thundercats0001? Thank you for the follow and welcome to the stream. Is R super similar to Python? I've never written any R. But I think you need to install like some big ass binary. Here's an example. Trending R repositories. Here we go. Surely we can find something in here so I can see what their code looks like. I'm gonna guess it's in this R directory. Why does every line have an arrow on it? It makes me think it's a functional language. It's a programming language environment for statistical computing and graphics. Where's the language classification type? Man, when I zoom in this much, all the banner ads take up so much room. R is an interpreted language. Many features of R are derived from Scheme. Yeah, so it's a functional language. R is like a MATLAB / analysis language. Do some Python visualizations. I'm so bad at Viz, unfortunately. But yeah, I want to save Go, Rust, and Nim for later days so that I actually... Oh, serious suggestion, Bash. Okay, we'll do it in Bash. That's okay. Well, that'll be my meme, and get Bash out of the way. I'm gonna hate everything about this, and I'm gonna have to do a lot of Googling. Oh. Hey, what's up, Batiska? How's it going? We finished Pythons. Haskell for another day. Maybe so. I'll have to learn some functional programming. Maybe I'll do the Haskell Hello World, and then maybe I'll be able to use it another day. I could do OCaml also. I don't know anything about OCaml. But we're gonna do one that's painful that I kind of know, which is Bash. So we're gonna still read a file from arguments. Usage $0. We probably can get rid of -x. We'll use it later, but hey, what's up, Redneck Tech 51? Not quite Redneck Tech myself, but I appreciate the name. Thank you for the follow and welcome to the stream. Let's see, input.text. This is gonna be so painful. So painful. Say no to Rust, people. Nice emotes there. I like the give emote. That's a good one, Mindful Fox. If it's not equal to 1, we need to do it in 2 separate conditions. Elif man test. We're off to a good start. -f is file exists. Is there a not file exists? I guess you just use bang. Yeah. Bang. If it's not a file that exists, $1. Soon we'll write some actual code. Okay, we have the file. We need to... How do you read a file in Bash? I guess you would use cat. We're gonna... Alright, am I allowed to cheat and use... Well, cheat. Am I allowed to use core utils? Or do I have to do it purely in Bash? Hey, what's up, Redneck Tech? I'm working on Advent of Code. I already did it in Python, but I'm implementing in Bash, which is going to be a mess. Core utils should be allowed? Okay. Pure Bash? Can we do it purely in Bash? Well, I guess you can use while this read-r line. Oh. Oh. Okay, I guess we can do it in pure Bash. I didn't know you could do that. So I think what we can do is read-r. Oh. I don't even need this thing. Read-r wire 1. We're gonna set -x now, though. Have we successfully read from a file? Let's see. Wire 1 unbound variable. How the fuck is this supposed to work? Well, that clearly didn't work. Why did they make it look so easy? For the meme. Yeah, this will be fun to see, you're right. I might be at this for a while. How the fuck am I supposed to do this? Like, I can do it with a loop, and the loop's just gonna look ugly, but I kind of want to do it right. Do I care about doing it right? Not really. I'm writing Bash, so clearly not. Okay, we'll do it the Oh, I have an idea. Do it like this. Is it while do? Oh, do goes on the next line. Look, guys, we have an array. That is not how you access an array in Bash. Oh wait, I need curly braces maybe? Okay. That might be working. Let me copy the part 1 mini solution or the small one. We'll get the small one working. Input small.txt is a bit of masochism. I hate this so much. Okay, we have successfully read 2 lines. Request white space. Oh my god. You can just use ifs equals comma to split by commas on read in write. Yes, you're right. Hey, what's up, Chris Forens? I'm doing well. I'm I'm implementing advent of code day 3 in Bash. Which is not great. But we're gonna make it happen. Oh, how can I simulate a set in Bash? Are there mapping types in Bash? I don't think so. Mapping type. Let's see, built-in types Bash. Types in Bash. Bash variables are untyped. Yeah, I know that much. I know I can use arrays. That part's easy. I can use normal strings. Variables and array. Function. Bash doesn't have types in the same way as Python. Okay. Range is fairly small. Bash 4 has associative arrays, similar to dictionaries. Am I allowed to use Bash 4? I have Bash 4 installed. Yeah, and Bash, good luck. Yeah. I say go for it? Okay, it's fair. Fair game then. Bash 4 associative array. Let's see how they work. Oh, this is easy mode then. Easy mode. Okay, cool. I think we can do this real easy then. No fapping on stream. That's me clapping my leg. It's fine. I do weird things. Just let me be. So we're gonna copy the same. We're not gonna do this functionally solution that I had before. We're gonna have a grid. We don't have tuples in Bash. I guess we kind of have arrays. I guess we kind of have arrays, so we can pretend those are tuples. So we can have a function here. Ugh. All right, we're doing straight port now. Add. Local ret equals. Is this how this works? I think so. Are arguments 0 numbered? I don't know. Should be 0, 0 plus 1, 0. And then, man, this code is awful. 0, 1 plus 1, 1. Can I just do this? Return. Wait, you can't return variables in Bash. You can only return numbers, if I remember right. Functions in Bash. Medium says, have you thought about adding a section to these AOC streams where you compare your solution to the solutions of others for the daily challenge? I have thought a little bit about that. Someone actually suggested that on Twitter. I think I'm going to do them after I complete most of them and then go back through some more. Bash function declaration. Commands. Return values. Unlike functions in real programming, Bash functions don't allow you to return a value when called. Okay, so you can only return integers because they're basically subshells. But we can cheat and just like set ret. Yeah, we'll do that. What could go wrong? Declare -a grid. Where's my Python? And then we want to trace the wire. While, and we can use the same trick as, we can use this same loop structure here, but we're gonna split on commas. And we're gonna read into part. Actually, we can just use lines 1. Line 0, that'll get the first one. And this is a little trick that I learned in Bash. This passes a string as the input. Triple arrow. Syntax error near unexpected token done. Okay, that IFS did not work. How am I supposed to use read? There we go. One line is read from the standard input or from the file descriptor FD. Split using word splitters. The first character of delim is used to terminate the input line rather than the new line. Maybe I just do that instead. Read -d comma. Looks good. That looks good. And we can have position equals 0, 0. So that'll get us our position. And we have to split the part out of that. How do you do string splicing in Bash? String slice Bash. Manipulating strings. Count is the length of the string. Cool. Substring. String colon. Okay, that's how we do that. So direction is equal to part colon 0 colon 1, and magnitude is equal to part colon 1. We're starting to port this this here. Hey, what's up, Dustbin123? Thank you for the follow. Then we need a loop over. We need a for loop? Bash for loop n times. We want like a old school for loop. Not x, not 87. Let's say 5. For I in 0 to x. Do echo high, done. That only ran once. Did I copy that wrong? For I in. How to use a dynamic range. Well, I can just do this then. Okay, that works. For I equals 0, I less than magnitude, I plus plus, do done. Actually, I like that syntax better. Hopefully this is correct up here as well. Let's see, if direction is equal to right, this should be, we'll have to add here, position 0 plus 1. Everything is a string that we're just boxing in and out of numbers over and over. This actually isn't so bad though. Assuming it's right. Who fucking knows? This is gonna be. I'm never gonna be able to debug this, is the other problem. We'll just get like a mile of output and then up will be plus 1? Sure. And then down will be minus 1. And then how do I assign into my associative array? Can I dynamically put things into an associative array? Let's see, declare dash a foo. Okay, seems good. What if x is a array? Foo $x equals 6. Oh, I forgot curly braces. Ethan cheers 1 bits. What? Deserved. Wait, why did it print out 6-6? It seems to have worked, but I don't know why. Maybe I just store the keys as strings because I know that'll work. Let's see, grid. position 0, comma, position 1 equals 1. We just need a bit here. It seems to have worked, but I don't know why. Bash in a nutshell. Either code is not working and no idea why, or code is working and no idea why. Yeah, those are the two constant states, Android. Always bounce between those two. Okay, so we've got this loop, we've got this part, we've got the update, and then the callback for part 1 is just setting it to true. Okay, so I think we have the first part. I think we have the tracing done. So now we need to... Now we need to do the second wire. Then we have to do minimum and bash somehow? They replaced my subscriber thing with some bit bullshit. I wanted 3 things too. Oh no. Rip. Now you're the bits leader with 1 bits. I can throw that penny into a wishing well. Let's see. So we need the same loop again. Some sick copy paste here. What do we want? Maybe I should just do x equals 0, y equals 0, not have a tuple, because the tuple just makes this complicated. This is way fucking simpler. And you can actually see what's going on. Actually, how do add variables? I need all those quotes? No. No, I don't need any of those quotes. Oh, saw a typo here. Good thing I rewrote the code, right? Yeah, I think that's better. You can change it, you know. Oh, you can change your icons? Your Twitch icons? I didn't know that. That's nifty. Okay, anyway, we'll copy and paste this. How do I do absolute value in bash? Oh, that one's gonna be interesting. Figure that one out in a second. If grid at $x, $y. Is that a thing? Grid at x, y. Please be 6. Oh, thank. Just thank. Man test again. Dash z is the length of the string is 0, so I want dash n, right? Length of the string is non-zero. So dash n should be we found it in there. If we found it in there, then distances we append to it And we need to figure out what absolute value is in absolute value bash. This does not answer my question. Why the fuck is that not? Oh my god. Right, everything is a string. Oh god damn it. I hate everything about this. This is great though. This is exactly why I wanted to write bash. Bash absolute value is remove the subtraction from the string. Oh. God, I hate it so much. Pound minus. Cool. This is appending to the arrays of the distances. And then we need to implement minimum in bash. N equals a real big number. How big can integers get in bash? I don't know. Let's just say that's 1,000,000. Cool. For candidate in distances do done if candidate is less than min, then min equals candidate. If I echo min. All right, guys, we might have done it. Input small. No, we very much did not. Dash eq is for integers. I want just equals for strings. Prince 1,000,000, guys, we did it. Distances. Oh, this should be a $, maybe? Zero. Well, we fucked up somewhere. Hey, what's up, Blacklog274? Thank you for the lurk, my friend. I was just saying multiply by -1 if it's negative, but that works too, yeah. Okay, where do I even start now? It fucked up somewhere. Oh, now you're just blaming the script. Yeah. What? Did I get rid of the set-x? I did. I did. Okay, let's read through the script and figure out where things go wrong. Oh. That's where they go wrong. These need some more blings up in here. That's certainly one thing that's wrong. Oh, that's gonna be a problem too. We can do this. No? Line 55. This is the problem. Okay. Dash. Check if associative array contains key. Always playing the script, yeah. Gayla says, gonna flop into bed. I'm freaking exhausted. Night night, everyone. Well, thanks for stopping by. It's Bash gotcha, I guess. Plus is set. What if I just use a plus? Huh. Interesting. It seems to be moving around this X and Y a bit, so that's working. But we never seem to hit. We never seem to run this code here. What happened here? Test plus is set. Yes, we're still watching. If foo we got curly brace here. Okay, that seems to work. If this plus is set. Oh my god, it might actually work. What was the first one supposed to be? 159? I think it works, guys. I think we have part 1 in Bash. Let's see if part 2 works. Or the second, not the part 2, the second input. $135? It works. Fucking works. Hey, what's up, Sandra? Thank you for stopping by. I'll see you around. Have a good night. Oh, that's awful. Why does it work? I'm very sad that this works. It's so gross. Dorfaus, just arrived. You're solving today's puzzles in Bash script. Well, I already solved them in Python, so I figured we'd do something terrible. Here's part 1 in Bash. Takes a little bit of time to complete, it looks like. Is it going to complete? Hopefully. Oh, it's so slow. Oh god, it's so slow. Alpha gains. It works! Why? Is that what I got for part 1? That doesn't look like the right answer. Oh, it is. Okay, so part 1 works. Day 3, part 1 in Bash. Dorfaus says, well, to be honest, I already did that myself, solved both parts in Bash script. My solution is pretty slow, though. 1 minute, 21 seconds for part 1, 40 seconds for part 2. Oh, you also did Bash, but you did it seriously? I'm doing it somewhat ironically. Did you use Pure Bash, or did you let yourself use core utils? I don't have any core utils. Okay, but part 2 actually shouldn't be so bad. Just have I equals 0. Is there a plus plus in Bash? Increment operator Bash, because I was using +1. Increment and decrement. This is what I was doing. Is there another way? Plus equals. Oh, there's just plus plus. Okay, well, we're gonna continue to plus equals. Continue to do it this way, I guess. Well, I don't know. I like... This is fine. Does that actually work, or does that print something? Oh, I want to get rid of the $sign. Okay. Okay. Maybe we'll do that then. X plus plus, and actually we can do plus plus X because it's faster, right? Right? My computer might be faster than yours, which is why mine ended up being didn't take that long to run. That might be the difference. Pure Bash, yes, I've been doing that with all the puzzles as much as I could, with a few exceptions, like sometimes letting myself use something like sort that I could implement, but ugh. Yeah, it's fair. Sort seems like something that's fair game to not use Pure Bash on. Because I don't think there's a pure sort in Bash. You could also just like copy and paste someone else's solution. Oh great, my syntax heading is fucked there. Cool. That's what I get for using Nano. Oh, well, something is clearly not working. If that just, Are those not equivalent? I get for trying to refactor the code, right? Maybe this is not a thing? Maybe this thing lied to me or I read it wrong? And that looks fine. What? Why it no work? We'll go back to this then, see if that works. Otherwise, I'm just gonna put it back to what it originally was. I guess I should set -x to see what's actually going on. Oh. I know what's happening. This is returning the value back, which is non-zero, which immediately exits the script. So I think I need this. Okay. That's working again. Actually, I like my plus equals. We're gonna keep it like that. This is part 2. Okay, so in part 2, what we do is we set the grid to the value of I, but we want the minimum of I. So if it's set, we need to do special logic. What do we do for set before? If test grid x y. Looks like you deleted an I plus equals 1 at the end of the loop. Down here? Yeah, I did, because I didn't actually need it down there. Although, you're right, I do need it down there as well. You are correct, Ethan. Thank you there. If grid xy plus is set, then else grid if it is greater than I. Actually, is that ever possible? I think I just want if it's not set, because we've progressed further, we could never find a spot where it was smaller. We can just say if it's not set, then we set it to I. Yeah, parse it. We're running this in Bash. Siguladem just finished. Oh, that was interesting. Well, I'm writing Bash now, so this is about to be very interesting. But yeah, I think this is right now. And then when we loop through the second time, we have the same test. If it is set, then steps plus equals maths of grid x why? Why is that not plus I? I think I can just do plus I. Who knows? And then we're still minimizing. I think that still does that. Sloppy, but better than yesterday, up to 1,200 points. How are you getting points? Oh, do you have like a private leaderboard where you're getting points in? Part2.sh, line 34. Indeed, we forgot ourselves a $sign. Unexpected UF on line 72. Oh, that's not good. Probably one of these then. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that looks right. Fuck. Rank column. Oh, you mean if you add all these up? So you're going for a low score? I see. I don't have any points. There's zeros. Total zeros. Do you mean like adding? Oh, you mean adding these up? I see. Are you going based on? I don't know how you're computing points. Okay, we gotta somehow match braces here. So that one's fine. This one I think is fine too. But where am I missing parentheses? I wish it like pointed where my syntax error was and not just unexpected end of file. I was looking for a double quote. Oh, that should be easier to track down then. Where? You would think my syntax highlighter would help me with this too, but it does not. So it has to be in this code or in this code where the double quote is missing. I guess I can just comment them out and see what happens. Does the syntax error go away? Oh, I don't want that one, I want the small one. No, it doesn't go away. So it's probably not this one. It's probably this one. No? Not this one? Comment out code until the error goes away. Okay, so it is this one up here somewhere. Oh, indeed. Forgot a curly brace here. Okay. Probably means I forgot a curly brace here as well. Alright, I think we got bash out of the way. I don't have to do this again. Edorfhaus, you're next level if you're doing these all in bash. That's just completely wild. This was much pain. 48, that doesn't sound right. We should have gotten like 600 something. This has too many lines at the end? Is that what it is? Nope, still 48. What is this coming from? Oh, the for loop. Oh. Oh, I'm an idiot. I have I in 2 places. That would do it. That would do it. Change it to N. That doesn't sound right either. We're off by 14. Okay, so we do loop over ourselves the first time, so that's fine. Let's see what happens if we do the other small input. Let's see what that one comes out to. That one's right. The top one's wrong, though. Why? Why is it wrong? I mean, there's not many lines that it could be wrong at, so we can just look for each of them. It's really just these 3 lines that I'm questioning. I guess it's possible that this is wrong, but no, I don't think this is wrong. So the bug is probably in these lines. Let's try that instead. Could you show part 1.py for a moment? Yes. My part 1 and part 2 look mostly the same. There's this trace wire function up top. And then this. The original one didn't have this split off into a function. It was just like these lines copied and pasted. It's weird that part 2 is right, but part 1 is not. Apparently I have rank 1500, 1471 today. 11,000, 9,000 yesterday, and 35,000, 31,000 day one. Admittedly, it's kind of by chance that I got it early today. I'm not really trying for fast. Oh. Okay, so let's see what numbers we get here. In part 2. That position is right. And the eye is right. This must be wrong. That'd be 624. Wait, is this wrong too? Okay, so this is getting this cross right here. We don't see this one, so that's sus. That's probably the problem. We don't see that one at all. We see that one at least. At the right place. And there's even more. Okay, so let's see why we don't... Those maths all look fine. Oh, this is hurting my brain. Why? So we know this was at least somewhat okay. I guess we can... We can try and print these positions that we're missing. So we're missing 155.11. If x is equal to 155, huh. We never crossed 155.11. Hey, what's up, Penguin Owl 11? I guess I should change the title, because I'm not writing Python right now. I'm writing Bash. Yeah, I'm currently implementing Advent of Code Day 3 in Bash for no good reason. Oh man, we've almost been streaming for 2 hours, so I gotta wrap this up soon, because I gotta go to bed. This is the shortest stream delay I've ever seen. Now, I have it on short delay mode, so that should contribute to it. But welcome to the chat. Let's see, what do I even start trying here? I don't know. Yeah, because somehow our grid is not... We don't reach the right positions. But it worked for part 1, so I don't know what's going on here. Maybe I copy and pasted the code wrong? Let me make sure I didn't break part 1 as part of my refactor. No, that's still right. And that's still right. So in theory I could, if x is equal to 155, debug using part 1. Oh, part 1 never hits 155.11 either. How the fuck does this work? Is it just like RNG? Did I just get lucky somehow? What is going on here? Oh, I wonder if adding negatives is broken in Bash or something? No, that seemed to work. Crazy296 says, Day 3 is confusing my brain, bro. I plotted out the lines in 1/20th scale, but I haven't actually figured out how to solve it. Oh. Penguin Owl says, I did mine with something that ended up turning into a hash of tuple int int tuple int int. Huh. I just did mine with tuple int int to... Well, the first one I did a set of 2 tuples, and then the second one I did a mapping from 2 tuple to int. But something about my code is super broken here. Yeah, we hit 4 points in part 1. But my bash solution only hits 2 of them. Three of them now. Why do we never hit the last one? What gives? But my part... Yeah, my part 2 only hits 3 of them also. So what is up with the last one? Are we missing like some instruction at the end? Is that what it is? Oh, I bet that's what it is. I bet we're not running the last... I bet we're not running the last command. Yep, fuck. It's easy to fix though. Just stick a comma back in there. Is that the right value? No, it should have been in 610. Oh, I didn't fix part 2. I just fixed part 1. Sick! Okay, it works now. I can finally rest. Well, that was a doozy. But I did eventually debug it and get there. Okay. See how long this takes. Do part 1. Split, of course, but maybe you could tell me the closest one looks right. Oh, I have no idea. I didn't actually plot my lines. This is a cool visualization, though. That's really cool. I like it. But yeah, I didn't actually plot my lines, so I don't actually know. I just put them into a mapping. But that's really cool. You should submit this to the subreddit, because they always like their visualizations. Parsit says, hey, Antonio, did you say that the 0.1 plus 0.2 problem is that URL? Yeah, is that the URL? I have it bookmarked, I think. This website? That was a copy and paste, I'll trust you. Yeah, the floating point math problem. Yes. Okay, so part 1 takes 27 seconds. That's not too bad. And part 2, let me make sure part 2 produces the same value. We didn't actually... Oh, this still has a breakpoint in it. I'm actually amazed that my part 1 succeeded with a bug. I guess it kind of makes sense, because like the last instruction's very unlikely to have been the problem. 35194. Okay, it works. Well, we got bash out of the way, guys. Git add part1.sh, part2.sh. Implement day 3, part 2 in bash. Let me just fixed part 1 and added part 2. Cool. I just realized bash's source is basically a C include. Oh yes, yes. the dot or source. Yes, it's essentially copy this code and then eval it. It's pretty yikes. But yeah, that concludes, dang. That concludes day 3, so let me wrap up and then we'll send you guys off to someone else who's probably not still working on this, but it's possible. And close all these tabs. So if you liked what you saw and you want to see more of this content or more in the future or whatever, follow the channel. But I also upload these to YouTube after the fact, so you can check out previous days of Advent of Code or future, I guess, as I upload eventually. And that's youtube.com/AnthonyWritesCode, so it's the same as my Twitch handle. For Advent of Code, I'm going to try and stream every day at midnight Eastern, so 9 p.m. Pacific for my time. But I usually stream on Saturdays at 11 a.m. Pacific, and usually I work on open source Python stuff, which is fun for me. But if you want to check out what I'm working on, that would be the time to tune in. I usually announce my streams in 2 places. One of them is on Twitter, and that's twitter.com/codewithanthony. I'll usually tweet something that's like, I'm gonna start in 60 minutes or 80 minutes or somewhere around there. And announce what I'm working on. For the next N days, it's gonna be Advent of Code, but for other streams, it might be something else. And I also announce them on Discord. And the link for Discord is in chat, so you can check that out as well. Our Discord's kind of a nice little fun community. We talk about Python. We talk about programming stuff. Not necessarily Python, but sometimes Python. And it's pretty fun. But anyway, that'll wrap up for today. Thank you all for stopping by, and I'll go find someone to raid.